Hello everybody, welcome back to our Siralim Ultimate playthrough. Today we're back with Siralim. That's been a bit. I decided to stream something else this last Tuesday instead of Siralim Ultimate because of a title update that happened in Monster Hunter Wild, so it had a little bit more of a priority at that point, which is kind of sad because we're kind of like getting to the end of the Siralim Ultimate first playthrough. You know, with like eventually the subsequent playthroughs after will happen later on, but the first one's kind of coming to an end. It's kind of sad that I had to postpone that stream to, you know, actually more or less cancel the stream and then do Monster Hunter Wilds instead. So yeah. Because of that title update, I also sadly, you can't escape Savage Omega. I can, and I just did. I'm not on Monster Hunter at all. I'm a Siralim Ultimate. It's my fun game. It's my enjoying game. I don't have to think about Savage. I don't have the nightmares anymore. I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna enjoy myself. By the way, Edible, tomorrow is Albion Online. Are you up for it again, or are you too deep in the Savage Minds? But yeah, I wasn't able to make the team that I said I was gonna make this the next Siralim stream, which is kind of sad. I've been like kind of grinding it today a lot, and we're close of it. So you know, we'll most likely finish the team up today, make it on stream, do some of the prophecy lines, and most likely reach the point where we can get our first avatar, which then marks the end of the playthrough, the first playthrough, first pause. So you know, we have finally reached the point. After 150 hours, I won't be free tomorrow. I'll be celebrating my grandma's birthday. Oh, happy birthday, man. Finally, he's doing IRL stuff. I'm so proud of my boy. He's been online non-stop grinding Omega, and finally he can go back to the real world. I'm so proud. I'm so happy for you, man. You can escape these minds. Oh, wait, actually, never mind. Okay, never mind. He's like, I had the birthday, but Savage, I forgot time zones exist. Yeah, time zones do exist. Yeah. I mean, you know, you can have like the rocker grandma that has like her birthday party at like 7 in the morning. That's kind of epic. But yeah, as we continue, we'll put on the music. Start grinding through the lanes. So the specific thing that I'm not gonna celebrate my grandma's birthday at 2 a.m. I don't know, you know. Maybe, like I said, maybe she's a rocker grandma that, you know, that starts at 2 a.m. She needs her sleep, understandable. So let us not do Robin's ability 5. Actually, I need to do this a few more times. I need to get more of this guy's knowledge. He's part of the new team, and I need to fuse him, but he's an exotic, so there's no real way of getting me again, except for the Stardust, which is a very limited dude. But is it gonna be Albion Online? Yay, nay? Okay. Yeah, okay, nice. Happy to hear. I've been doing it a little bit off stream to grind up some money because I want that guild fucking place. And you know what? It is kind of doable. Especially if we're all gonna like chop some wood, then we can easily hit the 1,000,000. Then we can have some yes, the beast from 1200. And then we can have a, I think you can get crafting stations on the guild place. Don't quote me on that though. I haven't really looked too much into it. I do want my personal fucking island, but I need to get premium for that. I guess that's what my farmer tree card comes into play. Bro. You got this, bro. You got this. Let me get my phone. Put that thing on silent because people are kind of like on my dick right now. Wrong fucking thing. Twitch. Me. My own stream. Let's go. Bro, you are the hardest grinder I know in any game, bro. Like, nobody was that hard on the Omega grind except for you. Or at least the Savage grind is you. You saw a new monster, like, you know what? I need to be able to solo this shit. I only grinded in Cyberpunk and Most Hunter Wilds, man. Only 2 games, relax. I don't know, man. You're also a PoE player, right? That's grinding. Ooh, Reapers. What do you grind? I got dragged into it. I do like PoE. I need to get back into it, but kind of Wilds got in between it. Barely had any hours in it? Ah. I need to get back into it, but Wilds was kind of in the way. But I feel like Albion Online is now getting in the way. There's just not enough hours in the day, man. Like November, I'm gonna no life another game. And in December, fucking GOG Messias is gonna come, so you know. Back to the grind. Do you think they're gonna make GOG as hard as they did, like, Omega? I need to meet that also after Wild fix. Homeboy B, fucking rabbit for the Monster Hunter Wilds. Do you think they're gonna make GOG hard? Or do you think they're gonna make GOG funny? That 18 new Doodles coming in October? Exactly. And right, like it's the 22nd, 28th? I think, something like that. So yeah, it's hard to say when I can play normal games offline that are not streaming related. I think hard because it's the first Elder Dragon. You know what, fair. It kind of needs to live up to the name. I want to say like the first GOG fight wasn't too hard. It was enjoyable, but it's also not really a thing that you want to do multiple times. Specifically also because the weapons were ass. And the armor was ass. All of the people like asking like, do you think they're gonna update the GOG like stuff? I'm like, yeah, they were ass. They looked really cool, but their stats were like not it. I think the weapons have minus affinity, like brother. I hope somewhere, I know they're not gonna do it, but I hope somewhere they're gonna bring back the 4 ultimate grind of like randomized like armor and weapons on fucking GOG. That's so cool. New realm, this one. Also, I need to move the chat for a second. But I feel like they're gonna make it it was a kind of like hard Elder Dragon in world, but not that hard in general. Like they're not gonna do Fatalis level of difficulties, right? That would be kind of insane. But I think Omega difficulty they also don't want to do because they want to make this one specifically accessible as possible for everybody. At least that's what I think they're gonna do. Or we're gonna have a situation like Omega where the first fight is just kind of okay, but the second fight they're gonna give, like, I don't know, tempered versions, like insanely hard. I think I like that idea behind it, right? Like, we have just one version that is easy. I mean, I say easy, I feel like majority of the fucking community is still struggling with normal Omega. But like, you know, normal version is easy, the hard version is hard. But if we look at the Omega situation, a lot of the cool gear is like gated behind the ultra hard version of Omega. So is that like something that they want to do with like GOG? I feel like they also think about like most likely bringing back older players, you know, the people that actually played for Ultimate, to like bring them into the Wilds folds. So do you want to make it hard at that point? I feel like yes, because the most of the community do like their difficulties. Like they're fun difficulties, you know, like I feel like 9 stars did kind of hit the mark with that situation. I mean, like, you know, giving as much health as a fucking raid boss to a single fucking monster is a kind of a mistake, but you know, after Omega, nothing really feels hard anymore. GOG is actually going to be a hard fight, but because Omega is harder, he'll never feel that hard. I feel like that's going to be the situation. I don't know. I feel like the reason why the Omega fight is very enjoyable because it is also much different from the other fights. You know, you need to respect the MMO party system. You need to have a tank. You need to have a healer. You need to have DPS. At least, you know, most people would need that. And I come back to Savi Jiva that kind of had the same idea behind it. Like, you didn't have to do it, but it became easier when you did something like that. Having a healer, having a tank, having somebody like manage the aggro. That, like, maybe that's why I like the Savi's fight so much. But he was not hard. He just kind of had these annoying moments. I swear people start complaining that GOG is too easy and Capcom later adds something worse than I'm making it into the game. Yeah, that's my fear as well, right? Like, I feel like people are gonna feel that GOG is gonna be not as hard simply because Omega is way fucking harder. Because I don't think they're gonna give it the same difficulty as Omega. And then people are gonna complain, but I feel like the people that are, I don't think that the people that are gonna that would complain about it are playing the game anymore. And they most likely would have not even made it through fucking Omega, let's be honest. Yeah, maybe that is our saving grace. I think Kong might make more like a gimmick fight for GOG, not gonna lie. I think he's gonna be a siege fight, like truly got honest a siege fight, where we're gonna have a full lobby again, and he has like a shared health pool that we need to fight against, or sorry, not siege fight, a raid fight, like a raid boss. We're gonna have a shared health pool, everybody gonna like chip it down, and then just kind of like Savi Jiva and Koltarov, yes, had in World. You know what? That was also very fun. Because, like, we need to break certain parts of the monster, and if, like, we break, say, the horns, we get, like, a bonus to our drops at the end of the raid. And, like, if we break the horns, the whole server, like, also, like, breaks the horn for them, right? It's really cool. That shit slapped. And then randomizing the loot again and getting, like, cool weapons. Oh, that had to be some of my favorite moments in World specifically. Oh, that shit slapped. Or we're gonna super gimmick fight. Might be a raid actually because they're also doing a 90% optimization for the game. Exactly. Finally, the game's gonna get optimized after a year. I mean, rather late than never, I guess. But yeah, I really hope on the raid fight. The raid fight is so cool. I don't get it why, I mean, I guess optimization could be a good reason why they have not done it yet, because I feel like they were like a very popular thing in World. Like really everybody loved this, the raid fights. It might be optimizing the game for the raid so people won't crash with more than 4 people once in a hunt. So the raid fight still had only 4 hunters in a hunt. I don't think they're gonna ever change that because it's technically lore, which is kind of weird. But rather than like having, ooh, okay, it's garbage. So rather than having multiple people in a raid fight, we share a health pool with the monster, with other people in the server. So let's say they just like 10 times Omega's health pool, but the Omega you're fighting has like the normal health pool. And when you kill that Omega or you make him go to certain areas, he'll lose that health on the shared health pool. And when that shared health pool is gone, we all get our loot and then rinse and repeat. That's how they did raids in World, which again were very popular. Like that shit was so popular that like whole ass servers were full. Like whole ass lobbies were full, and if people were seeing that you're not doing the the raid fights, they would just kick you from the fucking server, which is the funniest shit ever. Who's fighting fucking Volcana kicked? Fucking funny, right? I hope it is a raid fight. Now I'm getting myself like hyped, but Capcom has this like weird power of like always kind of like slightly disappointing me. So I don't want to be hyped for it, but I want to see a raid fight come back. That was a big mistake. Requiem? Requiem. Ooh, I have no idea why we healed. But it was appreciated. So the lore in game, right? The lore in universe for why we have 4 people to hunt, which most likely was a limitation of the systems back then, right? But the lore reason is because when the third guild master, who made, the hunting guild, sent out more than 4 hunters, he sent 5 hunters, and in that specific team, his hunting party was also his wife. And when he sent it out, something completely went wrong. All the hunters died, and he vowed that only 4 people maximum can hunt a single monster. And now it's a rule for I think a good hundreds of years in in-game lore. Which is like the most biggest superstition shit ever, right? Like it goes wrong one time because you send 5 people, so it's the 5 people. Dumb as lore, not gonna lie, yo, but it's really bad. It's really bad. Again, it's most likely just the limitations of the systems back then, right? And it's like so ingrained in the game itself right now that they're most likely never gonna change it. But they had to give it like a reason, and it is the most superstition bullshit ever. We sent out more people than 4, and everybody died, so because we sent more out than 4. So now we can only hunt with maximum of 4 people. It'll make more sense if more people got added per hunt. Yes. Like, I mean, if you think about it, right? Like, technically in lore, we also already override the fucking, like, rule with the siege fight against the siege fight against, Zora. Because there were, like, all those people in the fucking ballistas in World, but they didn't have weapons, so it didn't count technically. But, like, such a, like, actually, they were not hunters, because they only used, like, siege equipment. Like, brother, at that point, they're just hunters. They're just hunting with you. Like, what the fuck are we talking about here? But yeah, it will most likely stay 4. Even the fucking Monster Hunter Frontier only had 4, and they actually had raid bosses. Like ginormous fucking creatures that you can barely fucking fight. Then again, 4 also had that with Dalamadur. Ooh, monk, tier 3. Looks sick. Ten generations after, we have this whole ass army just sent out. Monster Hunter is actually just a real-time strategy game now. We're just controlling armies upon armies of fucking hunters. I feel like they most likely figured out that they had made a very good system where they could balance out the monsters good around 4 people. And that's most likely why it stays 4. Because, yeah, if there's a monster that needs to be fought with, like, say, 8 people, it's, like, impossible to really fight alone, or 2 people. Like, they could only make that work if, like, the biggest increase in that monster's, like, difficulty would be health, and that's, like, the last thing you want to see, increase in a monster. Because we have an example of that, and it's called 9-star Gore. Like, is he hard? Not specifically. Is he annoying to fight for 30 minutes? A little bit. Wait. Oh, I need my knowledge. I need my knowledge. Where are my exotics? They're my exotics. Oh, I got a new one. Yeah, the slug. The rainbow slug. That's moist. One fucking... Okay, we got this. Funny enough, even if we get that maxed or like one more... we're still not done. We're just closer to being done, which is a positive. Oh, and they're not gonna be Reapers. No Reapers for us. No, sir. No, sir. Provoke. Strong's Death. Less dodge chance. Reapers again. Hell no. No shades. I'm also looking forward to the Monster Hunter Wilds having their own new big mechanics instead of bringing back old game mechanics. You say that right, but like most Monster Hunters do have their own like mechanics. And even if they bring something back, it's like warped in such a different way or added with other stuff that it always is like a unique way of like playing the game. That is like what makes Monster Hunter, I think, like a very strong franchise, because you can go back to Rise and World have completely different experiences while still being Monster Hunter. The newer game doesn't outdate the other one except for quality of life stuff. It's kind of hard for people to go back before Worlds. Like, you're missing shit there. Y'all haven't lived until you need to flex every single time that you take a potion. That's a different kind of like difficulty. Nobody knows the pain of having to have mini barrel bombs with you, place them down before you heal, so you'll get blow up while you're doing your healing animation, so you don't do the flex. Otherwise you die. Insane. Absolutely funny as hell. So yeah, when we are gonna get our other game in this generation, which I think we most likely gonna get. I was kind of wondering if they're gonna do something like that, because they kind of like not really that good with the... Okay. I can really see that they didn't like the Switch. But now the Switch too. Maybe. And the mobile team always wacky shit. You say also bringing back old mechanics, but like the underwater combat from Leggy was brought back from older games, and the Sekire is technically just a dog from Rise. So, and the wound system is an improved version of the world system, which was like, rather than making wounds from repeatedly attacking a part, which we thought what wounds was going to be for world when they were talking about a system like that. But in world, you had to clutch claw onto a part and then wound it. But now you make wounds by just attacking it. Imagine if we get a futuristic version of Manhunt. I can already see people taking sides if it's good or not. You know what? Yeah, fair. That will divide a good portion of the player base. Avatars. Interesting. Bane of Piety. A full-as futuristic version of Monster Hunter. Technically, the timeline that we're in right now, or at least the time that we're in right now in Monster Hunter, is a post-apocalypse. There was a very futuristic society, but they got destroyed by something. A good portion was destroyed by Fatalis, but not everything. god. I could see what kind of menace fucking Fatalis was for the world back then, because she was made because to stop him. It was made from parts of Fatalis, and then because of the parts of Fatalis, he kind of went cuckoo crazy. And he became evil. Man, somehow I just want them to bring Fatalis back. Oh. Full futuristic Monster Hunter would seem really cool though. That is some shit though that the mobile thing would do, for sure. It's like Rise was set more in a past system than a current system, or at least timeline. I mean, we had puppeteering of the monsters. Our rights were literally just we puppeteering them with fucking special wire bugs. Okay. I mean, a lot of people are still complaining about the aesthetic of Omega and if he fits into the fucking game. At this point, I really don't care about that notion anymore. Does he fit in Monster Hunter? I don't think he does, but does he look really cool? He does. Does he need to fit into Monster Hunter to be added to the game? No. I thought the Lashin looked really weird, you know, and that was kind of like in a medieval setting game from, you know, Witcher 3, so I never really bothered by that. I had somebody that commented on one of my shorts that said, Monster Hunter and making a Gundam as an end boss challenge impossible. I'm like, there was literally a praying mantis that had a ginormous mech as one of her faces. Do we count that as the Gundam part of the end bosses, or is she actually a monster? Because like 2/3 of her fight is monster fight. So what is she at that point? Is she a monster? Is she not a monster? Is she the Gundam? How do you feel about that? I'm like, maybe something like this was always already part of the game, but it kind of was lost in world because they want to be more realistic. And now we're bringing a ginormous star dragon back that eats gunpowder. We can finally hunt. Yes! What is color? Okay, egg. Yes! And now we have more farming to do, but now we don't have to fucking go to floor 100 again. We can just go continue through the floors. That means that we can also manage groups. Replace my current group with somebody in the imaginary. Boop. Ripple comes back. And then we're gonna fight our fucking next boss. Let's go. Yeah, we're gonna do two. These belong to the same race. More. But regardless of whatever happened to the game, I just hope it's fun. Exactly. I feel like that is the most important like thing to bring out, right? Because a lot of things change in Monster Hunter, and you know, sometimes you like it, sometimes you don't like it. But I feel like at the core, Monster Hunter is just fun. So much fun, so much playability. Like how much value Monster Hunter is for like other games is kind of insane. If you ask me. Yeah, toxic dwellers. I can have that. My spells, that was kind of meh. I'm gonna have that. There's no reason to come here. So sad. Could have gone to another place. For my biggest hope though for the next game, and I feel like they kind of like have to do it, like not the coming game, because there's gonna be a mobile game most likely. I'm saying mobile game. The mobile team is gonna make a team or a game, which I'm saying again, the handheld team is gonna make a game, which most of the time more at the goofy side, but also like a lot of fun. And then the next generation is gonna come. I hope for the next generation they make a new weapon, at least one. I hope to. God damn. Because I feel like the biggest replayability that this game has is technically the way of playing the game. If you look at the weapons, is so diverse that it could just be called a new fucking game every single time they keep trying a new weapon out. Why are they becoming invisible? Isn't even fucking instability fucking thing. Where's the fist for weapon Capcom? Exactly. We need fists that shoot out. I feel like in all honesty, I feel that the Akuma things are a prototype for a new weapon. I'm praying. It's like if we look at the Pictomancy that we got in the latest update, it's so more limited than Akuma stuff. Like, Akuma feels like almost a weapon. The Pictomancer is just a damaging item. Why are they all invisible? Fuck. We need a punch. We need to go fisticuffs with the monsters. Kinda stuck to the dwarf. And sorcery. Oh, message. I forgot. What's that Might doing there? That's kind of funny. He's invisible. Why are they all invisible? What the fuck? Oh, they're confused with shades, of course. Of course. I'm just stupid. I want fist weapons that are also semi-fucking range because we need that shit. Ooh. We need another blunt weapon. And we need a new ranged weapon as well. And then we just combine it. I want to be able to offset monsters instead of it pushing the monster back. You go into an animation where you throw the monster over your shoulder. We're gonna suplex the monsters. Suplex the monster. That will be sick though. That would be so cool. I hope. I'm sorry. I hope for you that they keep offset attacks for next gen. Because that's not a guaranteed thing. Faraway Clave is Lista. Okay. Could have been better. Auron is not a swamp. No swamplands. No swamp of lies. Oops. Oops. Trade offer. Chaos. Sorcery. Astral Gallery is nice. We don't talk about it. That's horrible. But yeah, I hope that they keep offset attacks for the new people. Because that is not a guaranteed thing to stay. Same like focus mode. Also not a guaranteed thing to stay. I know it sounds weird, because it feels like, you know, an updated version of the movesets. But if you look at Rice Hunting Horn and Wild's Hunting Horn, two different beasts. I almost can call it a different weapon. That's how different they are. Because eventually the problem in Rise, I mean, I say problem, but like the problem for the the average hunter, is that because we had so much mobility with the wire bugs, the monsters also had to be faster and had more mobility. So a lot of fights were super, like, very fast, and you need to be very able to dodge on point and stuff like that. Which, you know, some people like, other people despised, and, you know, there was some outrage about that. And I could see it from certain monsters, especially the later game monsters. They were, like, very hard to keep up with, so to say. So if they keep... Okay. Ooh, the fact that their shade's actually horrible. But yeah, if we have upset attacks and counters, that means that monsters need to get attacks that can go through that, or like are harder to counter and harder to offset. Same kind of like the way that wounds are nerfed now, because, you know, only like tempered wounds really double tempered monsters, and normal wounds barely do fucking staggering. So eventually in, like, say, Master Rank, we need to have a way of, like, doing still that without them completely nerfing wounds, which they kind of like showed with Sedagios and Leggy, where they have special topples, which is not really a topple, but it is, rather than them actually going down. Holy fucking shit, there's a lot of health. And always have curse to start off the enemy's turn. They attack this creature. After this creature takes damage, if they recovers 50% health. Ah, okay. Bye. Okay, the curse stays on during sex, I guess. What does Scallop? I need him. I really need him. Oh yeah, they could reintroduce a new mechanic where you redirect the monster's attack instead of power clashing or countering it. Yeah. Yeah, that's Demon Breath. Maybe let's wreck him and bring Homeboy back. I kinda need him. I feel better one. Oh, nice. Why is he still alive? Redirects Gore Slam into a teammate. I mean, that will be very funny. They kind of like have removed fucking staggering, so they bring back a way of people killing each other. The redirect attack. Ooh, there's still loot here. What the hell? And I didn't pick it up. What does Gallop? Let us go to a new realm. But yeah, like, the next gen can be kind of what Wilds was for World, because Wilds is very much like a continuation of World, a lot of the systems. Or it can be something completely different. What World was for, say, for Ultimate or Generation Ultimate. Stronghold is nature? No, never mind, it's chaos, of course. That's the fun part of Monster Hunter. Like, there's nobody in the Monster Hunter community that starts predicting what the new game is going to look like, because we have most time no fucking idea. Even Wilds was so weird in his own right. The only thing that we really can do is hope. Again, I hope for a new weapon. It's kind of the only thing that I want. I know that, because I know they're gonna bring out a new skeleton for sure. You know, they're gonna bring back certain monsters. At this point, most monsters have been brought back, so most likely already in Monster Rank from Wilds, we're gonna see monsters come back from Frontier, which is gonna be so fun. Oh my, what the fuck is this? Oh, it's a Chimera. Divine Vorm. That's sort of the creature's game, whatever. Okay. Live. Nice. So I'm hoping for the next gen a new weapon, for sure. And I want to see Frontier monsters come back in Master Rank of Wilds. I've also been hearing from some random people in the community that they don't believe that WoW's gonna have a Master Rank update, like brother, or DLC, like brother. That would be the weirdest thing they could ever do. Every fucking monster that ever had a fucking Ultimate Edition or like a Master Rank mode that came later. That's just how it works. Like, yeah, the majority of the player base right now is not playing, but it's because also like most people don't like interact with the end game, right? But a million people still played the fucking game. So if there's more game to play, they'll come back. So they'll make money off that fucking Master Rank DLC. So that would just be insane if they didn't. But yeah. I just have to assume there are people that are not as accustomed to the Monster Hunter franchise. He lived. I thought he died. So these are our arch nemesis because they attack back when we dodge. This is like the worst place you can be at. This is so fucked up. What the hell? No. Rebirth. Insane. I should put the fucking... I should put the Zelda orchestral fucking album on this. That'll be good. Oh, give me a buff. The Onigoroshi? Okay. The Demon Slayer. This creature attacks deal 1% more damage, and it has a 100% chance to deal critical damage. This creature escapes every other turn. But what if she never really needs her turn to do her damage? She is really good. So good that I can make a whole ass team around her. I will not. I will not. But I could. Just make sure that all the attacks that she does are automatic attacks from other things. Like, if does this thing, then attacks. There are a few traits that does that. If you double stack them with your relic traits, then, you know, you can do way more attacks than she would have been able to do if she was just normally attacking. Oh, nice. I love the flash sound. It's my favorite. Also, I forgot that I got myself a cat. Bye, buffs. Everybody say goodbye to buffs. Bye, buffs. And the fight's over. You lose. Yo, the fights are going too fast. Yeah, that's a good shit. Ah. We love to see it. We love to see it. Goblet full. Project finished. Hand in hand. Oh, we didn't do the mess yet. Ooh, almost missed that. What the fuck are these guys? What? Simo-mancers? I've never seen these guys in my life. They look so sick. What the hell? When this creature attacks, removes the target's trait that it didn't start with in the battle and gives them to your creatures. Your innate creatures now activate when they are attacked as well. If this creature is, attacks, it removes the target's trait that didn't. It gives to your. Okay, it's the same guy. If this creature attacks, it steals 20% of the target's speed and gives it to your creatures. Or if this creature attacks, steals one of them, gives one copy to your creatures, steals defense, steals attack and intelligence. They're really good. They're really good. They're like an improved version of the unicorn that we keep like spamming on our teams. I mean, unicorn gives a random buff. We can kind of like influence what we get by just, you know, fusing the specific guy with them. I mean, trade one sucks. Speed one is like good for this team technically. My thing's like your Xenomancers initiate trade now activate when they are attacked as well. This sounds like a master trade, but it is not. Oh, there's the master one. If our creatures are the Mancers, they're on attack and when attacked aspects, activate one additional time. Ooh. The thing though, we would need 3 of the Xenomancers to be viable. We have speed guy, we have attack and defense guy, and speed, defense, attack, and intelligence. Speed is kind of like unnecessary in all honesty. We've learned in this team that speed is not that good, sadly enough. Double trade, so a 40% increase of their stats. That's really good. Couldn't mess it off. Good stuff, good stuff. Let's reroll until we see Monk. Nice. We are so lucky with that. I'm gonna lie about that one. How's my boy? Yeah. The guy you've been ignoring for a good 50 hours. No pandemonium? Ooh. Okay. Kind of used to the 5 times realm instability kind of loot. So, seeing just like 200 anything is disappointing. So what I learned today as well is that even if you go 100 floors below, I can put the realm instability on 5 times, you get better shit than on 202 times realm instability. So yeah. The more you know. I wonder... 8 realm depths before we are done with the hunt. Oh, we can hit that today. Why are you running? Why are you running? The Sphinx is also kind of fun as a team. Like I love these risers so much. It looks so cool. I want to use with them, but like, I know there's just not enough fucking time in the fucking life to get everything that I want in this game. would have to be a only Siralim content creator, and I think Edible would suplex me into the ground if I stop playing Monster Hunter. What the fuck? That's a new shade. So damaged by an enemy, they have 50% chance to gain invisible. He'll come personally to my house and I'm like, how did you know where I lived? And then suplex me. So yeah, we have a limitation in what we can do with the team, which is sad, but it's also kind of cool. Really makes me put much effort into what I want to do rather than spreading it all around. I have to say, Edible, these days are really nice, not fighting Savage. I'm really enjoying this time. Just like when we did Gore 9-star with Arkfeld, good times. I think Savage has like scarred me for life. What does she want? These assignments are keeping me away from Omega. I mean, normally I would be like pain, but I think today you're like really... You're okay with that. I need to scratch the itch? Okay, never mind. Even how bad Omega is, he is not worse than Homework. That be true. Most of the from time, like I feel like such a fucking drug. We are done with this one. Chimera fused. It's the last thing I want to see. No, they're worse. They're worse. Are we all asleep? Homework pain, bro. School pain. I just can't imagine the moment Master Rank like releases. You're like a rabbit animal, just go through the whole ass game. I like speed dial just to get everything, just to see everything and experience everything. Ooh, more of them. Ooh. What depth are we in right now? 228. I think we can reach 240 today. But how long have I actually put on the schedule today? As we're like going through the motions of the fight. Wait. Only 2. Okay, damn. I forgot that these silent streams are 2 hours. I mean, what is holding me back from going 3 hours, though? I don't think anything, really. Because I kind of want to go... I want to finish the team today. And I want to reach 240. So if I have to continue longer, I will. The only person who's going to be bothered by this RB, and she can suck it. Because we need to do this one, specifically the hunt. I was not getting the creature parts, which is baffling to me. Then again, we only have done 3 deaths. No, creature parts getting there. 7 more deaths for the hunt to be complete. I think we reached the C rank that we need to be able to divination candle the exotic, meaning you can freely fusing them because beacon is life. Because then we can get multiple ones of them. We don't have to worry about them. Fair enough. The exotic is the weakest part of the team, but it also is kind of like survivability, which I have been foregoing for most of the parts, and has been biting me in the ass, so, you know. Maybe it's for the better if I'm focusing a little bit more on survivability and healing. I so hope that this team will work out, because it's gonna be a... I'll say unique way of playing the game, but I've seen some people's teams, and like, it's just another fuse day, really. I've seen some insane teams. I think, finally, I think some old ones, the people that have been watching from the start, know that I have been saying from the longest time that I'm gonna write a macro that, like, you know, we'll just have kind of like the team go through the motions, so I don't have to keep pressing A every single time. Nice. It hasn't happened yet. Hasn't happened yet in 23 parts. I think the biggest reason is because most of the time we make teams. I say we, like it's a collective thing, but it's I make teams that just attack. I mean, different things happen when they attack, of course, but most of the time it's just attack. No, like big brain play, specific motions that we need to go through. But the next team does, so it will be cool. It would be cool if we can make that work in a macro. Nice. Less critical chance. It's kind of important because we only crit. Resurrect and death. We can go 3, bro. Wait. Nature, less set losses, less healing. Let's go. We can do this. Why do they have so many buffs? What are they fucking fused with? Spell mains, why are so much? Why are they so buffed? They're like ripped in buffs. Bro. I think it also is going to be then the first time on stream that I'm going to make my team. Which is just a hectic way of me just going through a list and being like, I got this one, and this one needs to be this one. We actually use this trait in our current team, which is funny. From the thousands of traits that could have been, or at least the hundreds of traits could have been, it's the one that we use actively right now. The sprite work in this game is so cool. Who's you? Okay. I know that random person in chat was talking about getting some people to do my costume. I want the person that makes the artwork or the sprite work for this game to do my costume. The pixel art is so good. Didn't even see that we picked up the fucking chest. Ooh, exotic. Is that a monkey? Is that a monkey? Mind Reaver. It was a rhino. What do you do? When the enemy casts a spell, this creature deals damage to it equal to 35% of its creature's intelligence. Ooh. That is really cool. Later on, most of the damage that we're gonna receive is gonna be spell damage. So somebody that can kind of punish that is not bad. Ooh. It's a specific creature skin. I feel like those are pretty rare. Let's see how it looks. Titties. Ooh. There's also been new that I got when I was grinding. The sketch. Ooh. Eel. Do we have fauna? Let's see. No. We do not have her. Give our wood to the fucking random tent. Talk to the feather. Why did I need to go for this guy again? I know, like, I grind this guy like a motherfucker, but I forgot why. Yeah, it's kind of like escaping my mind right now. Most likely not important. We're sad because I grinded that guy like a motherfucker. Oh, that's annoying. Give me a sec, chat. Stupid ass bug on my screen, bro. Yeah, like where this seems to go towards is that next Siralim stream is gonna be the last one for this part. Gonna be the first pause, and after that one is gonna be our achievement hunting in Warhammer Total War Warhammer 3, which I'm very excited to start and also very scared to start for multiple reasons. One of them was that the first time that I played Warhammer 3 on this new PC, at least back then was a new PC, I played it for 8 hours and then my computer black screened. Which, you know, is the last thing you want to have happen for your computer. That thing didn't even go to the blue fucking screen. It went to black screen instantly. So yeah, that was fun back then. Haven't really touched the game since. And then I went back to see if it might be possible to play the game again, you know, on stream. Because, you know, having to run all the background processes and OBS and stuff like that is a little bit more taxing than not running them. So I went to my settings to see what was up with Warhammer 3, and then I saw that everything was on Ultra. I'm like, you know what? Maybe that was the problem. And I heard multiple streamers talk about the increasing heat of the game, and I was like, ah, it wasn't just me, I see. So yeah, after putting everything back on medium and high for some of the more important stuff like the unit details, I think I am ready to go. The second thing I'm scared about is that I think I've talked about it before, but because of the weird update patch like schedule CA the developers of Total War Warhammer have got themselves into, makes it very hard to keep playing a modded game. And I'm gonna mod the shit out of that game. So, you know. If, like, for any weird reason, some of the mods would stop working because of updating bullshit, that would be very sad. Like, the most basic stuff I can most likely fix myself. It's not too hard to go into the mod files and change some things around. Maybe even, like, turn off certain tables so that they wouldn't, like, conflict with the updated game. But there could also just be very specific things that I can not really do anything about. So, you know. Would be very sad if, as we're playing the game and out of nowhere, I couldn't continue to play for anywhere. So yeah, I'm a bit terrified, a bit scared. But in all like situations though, like the playthrough wouldn't be that long. I'd say not that long, it'd still like be longer than normal playthroughs, but it wouldn't be like, you know, 23 parts long. That's for certain. Because in November, the game in November kind of has already been decided, and it's going to be a very much playing that game to death on stream. It's going to be I'm going 5 to 6 hours non-stop playing the game every day. Ooh, dumpling. Kill the dumpling. Dumpling has been killed. So yeah, it kind of like the timing is really good that next stream most likely Siralim comes to the first boss of the game, or at least from the playthrough. Allow me to fight. Because then we have like 6-ish weeks to complete the Warhammer playthrough, which would be 12 parts. I think we could easily do that. Because the short victory conditions are not too bad. But I'm also like thinking it more as in the situation where I would be playing it on my own for like 8 hours a day. I could like easily do it in like a few weeks. But I most likely have to limit myself. Sadly enough, there's a very big sadly enough. The most likely maybe makes 4 hours. If we have 4 hours for 6 weeks, you know, I think we can make it. Let me fight. I need the monster parts. Oh, I'm so excited to play Warhammer 3 again. Has been some time. I think now 3 years. Something like that, 2 or 3 years. Has been truly some time. I was like so having withdrawal symptoms that I even downloaded Warhammer 2 again just to play the game again. Just to have that fixed. Because it's a total wars in general, and Monster Hunter where I have the most times in. I think in Total War Warhammer 2 I put into multiple accounts, spread over multiple accounts. I want to say a good 4,000 hours. I maxed out my save time on for Ultimate on 999.99 minutes. I was there for Platinum, Pokemon Platinum. And I got a good few hundred hours in World and a few hundred hours in Gen and in some... Whoa. It looks cool, what the fuck? This creature is killed, transformed into one of the enemy's creatures. That's that for him. All my creatures work in a very specific way, so it doesn't do any good. So if I can bring a Warhammer to the... he's a fly! He's a fly! Oh, he keeps doing that. Oh, that's cute. We can bring Warhammer to the streams. It's really fun for me. He's gonna be one of my creatures every single time. Damn, that's so sad for that guy. The fact that they made a boss like that so late into the the boss rush, it makes me think of if I'm like doing the team building a little bit wrong. Like, you stood no chance. All my creatures need each other to like really function. Like, yeah, 1 or 2 can die, but they still need each other. Help me out, bro. How much health tickets do we have now? Items, field items, health 12. Creature can consume maximum of 15 scrolls. Okay, so we need to do 1 more health. That's good. That's good. Important for the coming team, Chad. Inhabited by cockatrices. Don't need that anymore, bro. You're like 5 streams too late. Less critical chance, less dodge chance, less speed. They're just anti our team. Like, there's no way I'm gonna do that. Reflect damage, strong against. Oh, that's good. Sphinxes help with. Yeah, that's fine. Now back to displays. And speaking of cockatrices, that was a cock. A cock. Products. 4 more deaths, and then we have done the hunt. That means that we most likely will reach C rank. When we reach C rank, then we can Candle Homeboy, and we can Candle Homeboy. We can fuse the original, and then we can make the team. Burnt spoon. Sorry. Where are my manners? That was not a burst spoon, it's a burnt spoon. Damn. Arcane Chimera. So when it says arcane, salty, instantly on top of the 100 fucking card. How are you doing, Salty? I want to say sorcery. Let's go. Edible doing responsible things like assignments. Disgusting. Bring him back into the fold. He needs to play the Monster Hunter, otherwise he will explode. Why are they dodging? They should not be dodging. Let's take this guy. Why are they all dodging? What are they fused with? Just Winks. Are we dying? We died. Damn. Pain, no realm ability, free for me. We're so close. We're so close. Maximum buffs, extra intelligence. I can fight with that. Ooh. Oh, an exotic. Let's go. A spell swords. What do you do? After this creature gains animated gem, it casts the spell in its artifact spell slot. After this creature gains animated weapon, it attacks a random enemy. Ooh, wait. Wait a second. That's really cool. There's again team worthy build around. Damn. I need to write this down. I'm gonna forget when I'm start playing this game again in like 2 months. Oh yeah. What was a mixing table? We have new fiends. Okay. That's fine. Would have kind of worked in this team right now, but we're not updating it anymore. 4% chance to avoid damage. There's no dodging though. I wish it was dodging. If it was dodging, it would work out. But it doesn't. Sadly not. Damn. I'll never forget how many times the lepers actually completely destroyed our team for no reason. They can be menaces. Oh, we're so close to completing the hunts. Then we will have the knowledge that we need. I mean, for sure, we're... The only thing I haven't really figured out is which specialization I want to use with the Reaper team. I feel like the biggest thing that really is built around is the one creature of us that keeps dying over and over again. And the Reaper's just automatically attacking, or at least one Reaper. So I don't know what would help us with that, really. It was funny because I think the specialization that really works with Rebirth and coming back from the Devil's Graveborn, which is like the first randomized class we're going to use for when we come back to the game. So I can like use it right now. I want to figure that shit out when we're doing the class itself. It's kind of sad that we have to use the monk right now to really make the speed team work, but you know, I feel like the monk class was like very much telling in what it did as was just the dodge class, which I mean, I'm really happy with right now because it makes our team work. There was nothing really super unique or special, so, you know. But I've heard that the Graveborn is, so I don't want to spoil that for myself right now. Otherwise you're going to hear me every single time being like, oh, I wish I had this all completely unlocked. I wish I had it all. Or maybe that could also be funny, that we just kind of already know where we want to work towards. I'm just kind of like leaning back onto going back to Necromancer. The Necromancer is the all-round class. You cannot change my mind. It has everything. It has healing. It has defense. It has rebirth. It has super big spells. It has everything. Oh, nice. He was happy what we did, Chad. He was happy. The god of punishment and torture. He was happy with us, Chad. We're doing good things for him, I guess. Not for who we were helping in different ways. Now let's talk to the table as well. Always talk to the table. Where's our exit? The faster we can go through the debts, the better. Where the fuck is the exit? Ah, there it is. There it is, and there it was. Maniacs, extra speed, no. Less indirect damage, same race, no. End of turn attack, less damage dealt. Merlings. Merlings? The fish people? That's my donation, bro. That is cool. Why are you dodging? Why are you dodging? Jesus. The dodge chance? Chance to resist damage, 16%. They triggered that 3 times in a row. My ass, 16%. What the fuck? Three times in a row, they just kind of like iframed the attack. Garbage. That's garbage. What the hell? Okay. Okay, dude. Okay, okay. I get it. Okay, okay, we get it. Okay. Take it easy. Come on. What the hell? Wait. And he goes back? What the fuck just happened? But the Merlings are the toads. Oh. Kill him again, I guess? Stop doing that. You're cheating. Stop coming back. What is this fucking bullshit? Stop coming back. Holy shit. That was scary for a second. Not only were they coming back, they're also getting stronger with the seconds. We knew this, Damarel. Yes. We remembered. Oh. Ooh. This is bad. These guys are very hard to kill when they're even just in normal versions. Okay, never mind. I forgot that the Asuras are absolutely just broken. We just never really get to the Asuras because the bugs killed everybody most of the time, or struggling to kill people. But our Asuras are absolutely just, yeah. They get the job done. Great explosion. We blow them all up. Stupid head ass invisible guys, bro. Close to the team, close to the gate of the gods, far away from guilds. It do be like that sometimes, though. I can't believe after gaining the second to last game mechanic in this game that unlocks at a floor depth 240, which took me a good 150 hours to play through. They're gonna be like, you know what, you need to go to 410 right now, good luck. Like, yeah, seems fair. Seems on point. If I remember correctly, one of the end bosses we're gonna fight is gonna be the person who's kind of like invulnerable to all damage, except for status effects, I think? And we're not built like that. We are not built like that. So I don't know what we're gonna do against that guy. The tattoo. Ooh. Bottoms up. Hydration check. I mean, it's a good timing because it's just 30. Meaning, it's time for my energy drink. Ooh. That's a good one. Ah, good stuff. Imlers are so scary, bro. If they have the right combination of Imlers with them, you cannot kill them and they do so much damage. I love that at the beginning of the playthrough we're laughing at the Imlers, and here I am just absolutely being terrified of them. Them and the fucking lepers, bro. There's nothing more dangerous than a good team of lepers and good fucking extra traits. Ooh. Okay. We're not really in the realm of instability that we get a lot of trade items, but apparently we do. And they have not been that good, but you know what? It's fine. Sometimes you just have a random fucking trade item that you get, and it's very helpful for a new team you're building. It happened with this one, with a caveat that eventually I didn't need it that way, but you know what? If I did, it was been very useful. I know, it's fine. It's just like, you know, when there are 1700 plus fucking trades, getting to specific one that you need is kind of a low chance, a low chance. Yeah. Really needed that one. Where is my exit though? There's the exit. How many more? How much more depths do we need to go through? No, how many more depths? Chance to dodge 46%? Nope. Where are we at? I think like a few more. 2 more. Woo! If we do not reach the C rank, which kind of like is the thing where I'm at right now, I'm gonna be so sad. The guy just exploded in fire, bleed, and poison. What the fuck? What the hell? Sometimes you clear the shit so fast. The wyverns. It's so sad. The dragons look super cool and they're not really usable in a team. And the wyverns look really cool. And they're like more usable in a team, but like still not that good. Which is sad because it looks so cool. I want to make a team, but I can't. Look how cool they look. At least the Reapers that also look really cool can be made in team. I'm thinking I like specialization for the team, but I feel like we are gonna run for sure the Necromancer at the beginning. Like, it doesn't synergize us completely with them, but it's a good specialization just for all-rounders. I like the feeling towards the I don't want to use the Graveborn because we're going to use it eventually, at least for our next like randomized class team. Eventually I'm going to use every class or every specialization, so am I going to spoil myself with their workings in this playthrough? I don't think I should. Again, I'm kind of sad knowing that the wind run is going to be absolutely fucking dog shit. And I'm sad knowing that the monk one's also going to be very specifically built around a team. Are we actually going back to the OG? The Necromancer? Our little guy? Maybe. I mean, for sure, you know, after we make a team today, it's going to be Necromancer. Because I don't think that the monk does a lot with, again, instant killing Reapers. I think he does a lot with that. Who the fuck are these guys? Sirens? If an enemy attacks, the creature afflicts it with Scorned. If the enemy casts, it is a creature afflicted with Silenced. Okay. Enemies have equal attack and intelligence, whichever is lower. That's fucked up. Funny enough, we don't really use that for our stuff. I mean, we still use attack for our attack, so... I guess spells are the ways to go through right now, then. Your attacks afflicts the target with sleeping. In addition, your creature's attacks never wake up enemies that have sleeping. Ooh, that is funny. If the creature is attacked, the enemy is afflicted with sleeping. The start of the creature afflicts each enemy with Scorned or Silenced, depending on which are higher. Oh, that's fucked. This creature at the start, this creature afflicts 3 random enemies with Confused. Okay, we are not silent, so we instantly dispels all our stuff. And then we say Cloud Beam, lol. Get hit by laser, lol. I get hit by explosion. I get hit by explosion once more, and then you die. Sigil of the Siren. If all the creatures in your party belong to the Siren race, enemies can have Scorned and Silenced at the same time. That is kind of broken. Because at that point they can only defend and provoke, so they cannot do any damage against us. Nope. Exomancers, nope. The Unguided? That would mean that everybody does super effective damage against us. It's fine. Ooh, Snake Lady. Kinda sexy. Let us see. Stop making us Scorned. We need our attacks. As he just laser beams everybody to death. Forgot that we had static encounters here. Creature and adjacent allies are immune to disarmed. We have literally a trait that says they're immune to all debuffs. There's no reason for that one, but okay. So disarmed is such a specific one. It only really tackles your stats you gain from your artifacts. I guess at this point everybody has an artifact, so it is kind of important. I think the hunt just finished. It's a project, meaning that we're finally going to the next phase. Right, do we have wood? We have wood. We gave our wood to the tent people, and they were happy and gave us loot. Spitting bar here, apparently. Some emblems. Some loot from the water or assassins. One or the other, really. Could be either. And it was truly one or the other. Actual cloud beam? Full powered version? What did we just... Oh, no, no, right. We explode. Make them explode. I have to get my document ready. They called me crazy for putting everything in a fucking Excel document. Who's laughing now? Not them. I got everything by hand. What are so many assassins in the water? Like, honestly. Where am I loot at? Get this spell and just attack. Way easier than just working around that bullshit. Is that a smith? It is. Your creatures afflict debuff on damage properties have a 100% greater chance to activate. This sounds really cool, but it just doubles the chance. If the chance is like 4%, 8% now, like who fucking cares at that point? No, 100% greater chance means it just gets a flat 100% right. Wait. No line. No. We'll just say it will always trigger. They have that line, so that would be weird. So no, it just doubles the chances. At the start of your Phoenix turns, their unresurrect effect have a 50% chance to activate. Oh, sort of like they have to die, they can just live. That happens 50% of the time. That's nice. But like, I mean, that kind of works. We're just misreading it. Misreading it. Let's give wood. Gore Tongue Teeth. At the start of your battle, your creatures gain Chaos Bolt. This spell deals 1% more damage. Okay. C rank, baby. Let's go. We are gonna hunt something very specifically. And he knows what he's looking for sure, for sure. I swear. Actually, let's look for the P here. Do we have a new stack? With one new stack. No, we have two new stacks. Wait. 5 is the other point of... Yeah, okay, so we need to do this. Bomb. We need more energy, because we have to do some energy farming. Okay. Here's the thing, chat. I never trust anything. So we are gonna go one more time in. We're gonna use the divination candle, and for sure, we're gonna see if we're gonna get the mana that we need to summon the guy. And if we do get it, we know we're Gucci, and then we can make the team. And apparently, we're gonna fight against the next boss. Or I have my granite. Wondering how we donate 1,000 granite to a guy randomly in the realm that we have no access to. Gonna have the stuff teleport into his pockets, I guess. Or we fight, for sure. Ooh, the shading on that Manticore looked really cool. We fight. Your one cat looked very pissed. No, we're not gonna do the whole ass. Everybody gonna tell come back to life every single time I kill them shuffle. We're done with that. I always keep forgetting what the. Ooh, he's new. The creature if there after this creature dodges, it casts Snowstorm. In addition, this creature has a independent 30% chance to dodge attacks. Okay. The dodge Snowstorm Frozen team is real, I guess. Question mark. The creature can equip spell gems from any class. Your creature have 10% more attack for each sealed spell gem each of your creatures have. Feels almost like two traits together that don't even really synergize as that well. Oh, the treasure golem. Back then when I had 5 Ramus ability that gave me so much loot that I didn't even fit in the screen, and we always had the guaranteed trade item. So sad. I wonder how people would make teams in the current state and get them to Ramus ability 5. It just seems so insane to me. Like, the best I've done until now is like Ramus ability 3. And the team is really now struggling at Ramus ability 3. So we're back to 2, baby. I mean, I could do 3 for a very long time, so I'm happy about that, but how in, like, how the hell would you make something with Ramus ability 5 capabilities? But maybe the Reaper team is gonna be it. They're the answer. Because they don't play on the normal axis. They don't care if they only can attack once, actually. They can do a little bit. They don't care that their stats are jumbled around. They kind of are. Okay, you can stop, guys. We're already dead. We have rebirth? Nice. Nice. That was so best. We would have died so fucking hard there. It's insane. The one guy, like, actually just whooped our ass. We do have rebirth, nice. The only reason why we survived there is because of the rebirth. Well, and that's the only one. Holy shit. Chat, next team has something against that. They cannot do that. No way, sir. By these gears. The clock works. Boss gate found. I don't think we have all our buffs yet, so before we're gonna go in there, we're gonna get our buffs. Most likely also fight against... We did that. Did we fight against the mess already? We did. Apparently we do have our buffs. Oh, we got rebirth. What's the worst thing that can happen, right? Isn't this the guy that's... Oh no. Wait. Wait, hold. Okay, I thought for a second this was the guy that doesn't take any damage from any normal sources, but this guy just doesn't die until everybody else has died. Which, not a hard thing to do. Really not hard to do. Wait. Stop attacking him! Stop attacking the other guy! What the fuck just happened? Why is he kicking our ass? Why is he kicking our ass? Requiem. Requiem once more? I didn't increase the potency for Requiem yet. No! Oh, our buffs are gone. Breath of Life on Stump Guy? Cast Breath of Life on Ripple? Cast Breath of Life on... Okay. Kill this guy. Kill this guy. Requiem. Grand Explosion. Cast Breath of Life on our Praying Mantis. He's dead. Okay. Requiem was more. Okay. Ultimus. Breath of Life on Homeboy. Attack this guy? Attack again? Okay, let's go. Whew. That got very scary very fast. We got it. Ooh, and the Goblet of Trials are full? Let's go. It's actually impressive because there's a good chance that we're not using Homeboy anyway. Our monk bro. There he is. And we already summoned this guy, so even if we summon one more, then we go. Then we attack. Attack again. Now what do we see? Summon ready Defiant Defiler. Let's fucking go, baby. The Reaper team. It's real. It's real, Chad. It's real. I love the blue. Oh, the shapeshifter, of course. The blue, black, and a little bit of yellow. Damn, looks cool. And there he is again. Okay. And the Goblet of Trials is full. Okay, we save. I'm gonna get my board ready. I think most of the Reapers are already summoned. Let's get the document. Document, thank you. We already made this Rift Dancer and the Reaper, this Reaper, Pitworm, and the Dark Embrace himself. Is the guy also gonna attack? Yup, it is. Nice. We also summoned this Nyx. We got the Pegasus, the other Nyx we summoned, the Skaven, the Setter, the Defiler that we have right now, the Brave Little Bot I don't think we have done yet. So let us get the Brave Little Bot. Is it the brave little bud or the brave little bud? Not brave little bud. There he is. Brave little bud has been summoned. And then we deposit everybody. Actually, scrap that. Oh, what? Could I just walk around with no creatures? I didn't usually know that. What the fuck? Oh, yeah, the hits from fucking 1200 in the back. No science swap. Thank you. Cool. We need to put away the special fucking equipment. Wigan unattuned, thank you. Unattuned the mirror and the boots. For some reason, we cannot do that from this place. Now we deposit everybody. We deposit everybody. And then we withdraw. Go to the R. Guys, I'm happy I didn't really summon too much of the guys. Just a little bit more, a little bit easier to see all. So first the Bone Reaper. Then it is the Shadowbone. It looks so cool. They all look so cool, but it's one of my favorites. And the Blood Reaper. We then get a Pegasus. Just do a name. Yeah, thank you. Pegasus. We're then gonna get a Underdweller, the Right Master. And then the Defiant Defiler. That's already that's all Gucci. There's no real problem with that. Maybe summon another one, see if this talent is better. Then I can just buy it, right? The fucking item to change the... Yeah, too many fucking things. Who fucking cares? Defiant Defiler. Okay. Then we fuse. Yeah, thank you. I guess I can understand the other filters, but like I feel like no one wants you to just be the one in party. Okay, Blood Reaper. Was that a fucking... Oh god. I hate it, I hate it, I hate it. Okay, the first one is Bone Reaper. Bone Reaper is gonna be fused with the... Oh, my eyes. The Rift Dancer, one of them. This one. The Holy Reaper. Once more. Look. Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, which coloring do we want? Which kind do we want? I like the idea of just like really changing the Reaper's scythe as like the holy thing. Because he's still gonna stay the Reaper. The ones are a little bit like, I don't like these two. This one's like the most changing, right? Because it takes more of the Rift Dancer's colors, but it kind of like loses the vibe of the Reaper, if you ask me. So it's just kind of weird. Like a deep fry. Like, I like this one. Sometimes the minimal changes like really gives character. Okay, the next one's gonna be the Shadow Reaper. Shadow Reaper is gonna be fused with the Pitworm. Where's my Pitworm at? Pandora. No. Where the Pitworm at? Oh, the Bitworm. Sorry, it's the Vicious Bitworm. Okay, this one we can like change in like a cool way. The green face, but the red cape with like the blood on the scythe. Ooh. This one has like the pumpkin face. It's also kind of funny with like the red fucking bones. This one is like a like Eve scythe, but I like this one the most. Bomb. Next one is gonna be the Blood Reaper. Blood Reaper is gonna be fused with the Nyx Informer. Here's the Nyx Informer. I like the uncanny coloring of this one. The bones are all red. Next one is going to be the Pegasus and the Nyx Shadow Jumper. Pegasus. Nyx Shadow Jumper. Ooh. Ooh. I mean, it has to be this one, right? Hell yeah. On the Dweller with the Exiled Setter. This is a hard one. It's actually a hard one. I hate them all. For his role, this one looks like more on point. Looks like he's wearing some bone armor. And the Defiant Defiler is gonna be with the Brave Little Buds. Okay, I take back from what the last one was. I hate these ones way more. Like way more. Holy fuck. They just barely change anything. This just looks weird. Like, oh, this is just a blob. This isn't like too much neon, like pink. Looks like he's dying here, which is funny enough. The thing is gonna do over and over and over and over again. Okay. Level them up again instantly. Yup. 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 Okay, I need one item that makes the Defiler increase in attack. What's something that we really don't care about that? I think speed would be like the most useless thing. I think a few of our guys are gonna do some spell casting, so speed is kind of like the dump stat there. So it's daring for sure. So make him daring. Field item, Tome of Daring, use it on other. I'm so sad that we couldn't like fit in a chaos class, but it is what it is. It really is. Back to the tome. The first three guys are going to be attacking for sure. The Pex is going to be attacking as well. The red man is going to cast spells. And then the Defiler I don't care for. So... 4... The first one's also very fast. Our Healing Reaper is also really fast. Maybe we should focus a little bit more on the speed part of that. Because he's not gonna attack that often. You know? So speed, so he can act faster than everybody else. The thing that I'm afraid of is that even if we increase his speed with boots, say to say, as a speed item, that it will still like not act faster than the enemies. I guess a worry for later on, right? Funny enough, the trait that I'm gonna put in his artifact is easy to get because we got a shit ton of those emblems. So we're gonna make one boot, 2 swords, 3 swords, a staff, and a helmet. So chat, I'm gonna do something very fast. First we save, I'll save. I'm gonna put the audio for sound effects off. This is for all our sanities. And then we're gonna upgrade the things that we just made. To tier 50? The reason why I put the audio on 0 sound effects is because if you click upgrade, a sound effect will play that's kind of loud. And if you click instantly upgrade again, like I'm doing right now in rapid succession, the sound keep overlapping with each other. That shit is torture. Attack, defense, and health. We don't need that. Let's bring this also to 50. And this one to 50. We bring the sound effects big. Gonna be just silent. 15. Save once more, so we don't have to do that. Then we will place the equipped artifacts on our guys. I don't know which one is which. Oh, I didn't upgrade our last fucking... Oh, I did only the 2. I'm so stupid. Should have been free. Should have been free. Staff. Helmet. Once more to save everybody ears. I equipped the wrong fucking swords. That's why I named the swords, chat. That's why I named the swords. Okay, 50. That took technically that took like a lot of our brimstone. Just that we have a lot of it. Sound effects back. Save again. Okay, I'm gonna put in all the relics. Somebody also attacks here. Here's the staff, here's the helmet. Okay. Then we're gonna suck it to the stuff. For the boots, we will bring in 24 pages of trade items, chat. Defy the gods called Insertion Scythe. What's scallop? Oh, there it is. Insurges, scythe, on the boots. Shadow Reaper is our guy that's gonna get Dark Embrace, which is called Terror Rattle. Terror Rattle? Do I not have Terror Rattle? What the scallop? I thought that I did. That is very annoying. Huh. I mean, it's fine. It's not the most important thing right now, but I guess we still have to go for it through that. Kind of sad we have a assassination going right now because I'd rather had that one being done. That is sad. That is sad. And we do have the next one for sure, which is for the Blood Reaper. So that is the Master Sigil from the Reapers. Bump. Blood Reaper has been done. The trade for the Pegasus is Death's Bite. Sorry, that's what it's called. What's the item called itself? Vicious Assets. Vicious Assets. Have I just completely forgotten that I've not done any of my assassination shit yet? That's horrible. Oh my god. Oh no. Good fish's carrot, you know? Damn, so I'm missing 2 trade items? Yeah, I remember now. I had to do the worm pit so I could hunt him as well. Yeah. Oh my god. That was kind of important, but also not too important, actually. The Fire Claw. And the helmet one is gonna be... Whoa. Which is called Gravebane Rattle. Sorry. Gravebane Rattle. Which we do have. Okay, so we're missing 2 stuff, which is kind of annoying. Where's attack speed? Attack speed. Attack speed. Attack speed. Trick slot, we're not going to do anything in yet. The Shadow Reaper, which is going to be our main damage dealer, so it's going to be just pure attack. Red Ember. Red Ember. Once that stays open, just in case we need survivability. The Blood Reaper is gonna be... I can also just be attack. What is his Reaper ability? Okay. I now see that the fighter guy is not that important because we have this guy. I'll do attack speeds. Attack speeds. And we keep this one open. The Pegasus is gonna be just pure attack. One stat open. Stuff is just gonna be intelligence. 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 That one stays open. And this one is just gonna be health, health, health. And then we can instantly go, start grinding. There's stuff. How is the knowledge on the vicious guy? Vicious pitworm. He's a B rank. What the fuck? I guess he needs to be A rank. Okay. So we're missing his trade item. And we're missing the Terror Rattle, which is the Terror Whites. What is his intelligence or his knowledge? Terror Whites. He's ass. We could have put him on the fucking assassination. That hurts. Okay. There's gonna be a little bit of a nerfed fucking run. We need to go to just like really any place. Let me put it on this. Now we see they don't have any spells. It's not really important right now. I don't think it's important. Just as a showcase for what I wanted the team to do. Is what the idea is behind the team. We donate. We see exotic. We love exotic. Oh wait, first attack this guy. So we start at 50% health because of this guy. Right? Should also have done the classes, or at least the natures, but it's okay. So because we started 50% of our health, the Reaper's ability, because of their master sigil that Homeboy is wearing, activate. So we can attack this guy, killing him, giving all the fucking buffs that he can. He comes back with 100% of health, everybody gets stats, and then everybody explodes, they attack, and then, yeah. Heart reminder. Ooh, looks cute. What do you do? Ooh. So let's do this again. The thing that I saw didn't happen though was after this creature dies, enemies take equal to 30% of its maximum health as damage. Did that happen? Did I miss that? Okay. I wonder if that doesn't happen simply because of the Pegasus just killing everybody before it actually happens. Okay. Things are not happening in the ways that I expected to do, but it kind of works. I mean, also because, like, you know, we're 100 fucking floors below. Okay, cool. So the WoW explosion didn't happen, I think. Let us see. That's very sad. No, it did. Okay. That's really good. It just didn't do as much damage as I thought it was gonna do. I think like the packs is just kind of like stealing the the show right now. The set increases are not as much as I thought it was gonna be, but maybe I'm just kind of like spoiled by the fucking insane speed that we had. Maybe that's the biggest reason. I wonder what the star is on this head right now. Maybe because he is in range of the Reaper's attack? So all Reapers have the same ability wherein if a certain attack or health percentage has been hit, they just instantly kill the creature. It is normally 35%, but because of the Master Reaper sigil, it is increased to 50%. And the fact that, you know, we do so much damage with the Pegasus doing their stuff and the Woe Explosion from our Sacrificial Lamb and the Defiler. And then one of the Nyx's abilities says that everything, all on death triggers happen a second time, meaning that all the stat increases that we get. Why do we have more health? Oh, that's annoying. But yeah, the stat increases double, the damage that we do double, or it happens twice. And eventually the Reaper will have the ability, or at least one Reaper will have the ability when we are, because it's turn and he has mending, got it. That's actually annoying. At the end of each ally's turn, this creature attacks. Okay, it's kind of annoying. I can't gather my thought with the music right now. Thank you. He attacks after each enemy ally's turn for 30% of his normal damage, but guess what? If he hits a person with 50% health or low, doesn't matter how much damage he does, he just instantly kills them because of his first trait. And he should also have, looks at notes. Yeah, so if somebody ally dies, which always happens with this guy, he gets 25% of all the stats, which is a double trigger because of the next thing, so he gets 50% of all the stats. On top of all the stats that he already gives because he dies, which is, you know, it's a cool build, it's a cool build. I think he is complete with the Supersonic. It's one of the survivability traits that I put on, so we cannot be killed by spells instantly. And he has the ability to just make it so that all enemies only can attack one time. Also as a thing to stop incoming damage. I don't think we... Ah, I saw the Woe Explosion now. So yeah, that is the new team. I mean, it's doing well right now, but again, we are 100. That's lower than we should have been. Or not low enough. It's kind of weird. We're fighting under-leveled creatures right now. I think the positive of this team in general is the fact that the damage output doesn't really matter as long as we hit them at 50% of their health, which means that technically 50% of their defense and health just don't really matter to our team. So we can kind of like disregard those stats. And the fact that one of our traits also makes them start at 80% of their health, meaning that we only need to do 30% of their health and then we kind of win. And then we have one. I feel like I also underestimated the attacks 4 times when a creature dies trait because, oh my god, the Pegasus is like just slaying right now. What? What is the reason why Homeboy started now? Stats are lowered. Yeah, that's what it is, I guess. Or this one. I feel like the red star here shows, or like the crosshair looks, shows that the Reaper trait will trigger on this, which we don't need to do anything, just kill this guy. By the way, the WoW explosion also happened twice. Because healing, the damage that we do, the attacks that we do when somebody dies, the statin gains that we do when Homo dies, the explosion of pure unadulterated damage that he does, all trigger twice. I thought like the pitworm trait is like way stronger than the Pegasus one. Funny enough, the Pegasus one gonna get the vicious trait as well, the vicious worm trait, the pitworm. So the idea behind the Pegasus one though is that they just kind of buffs everybody. I think like it's most likely kicking ass right now because, you know, under-leveled enemies. It's likely if we're fighting against enemies of our actual like level that we should be on, it would be better, or he wouldn't be that strong. He's just kind of like slaying right now because he's that strong. He's slaying. I don't mean like the, you know, the hip form of slaying, like, you know, he's slaying more than like he's actually just taking names. He's killing everybody. Nice. The biggest reason why I think that the Necromancer would actually work a lot with this team is because of the... I feel like still our survivability is just not that strong, but the Necromancer has a chance of reviving us, but also it gives like buffs and survivability in the minions. I don't know. For sure we're like not taking full power of our team because we're the fucking monk. Oh, we're scorned. Of course we're scorned. And I have no... Okay. Bray. That's why we have spells with us, kids. Okay, fucking finally. I wonder what happens if I just attack him without... Okay, cool. So even if I kill him with a normal... Wait. Even if I kill him with a normal attack, if that attack kills him, he comes back? And the healing... Oh my lord. Ooh, this became actually way better. Wait. Maybe I don't need the Underdweller guy then. Not Torturous, Ganados. I just need to kill the one guy. Apparently at 80% of his health he still died, so... Wait a second... And the explosion happens. Then let's do it again. I don't know, I saw the stats increases and I was like, you know, maybe that's gonna work a lot, but it doesn't seem too impactful. Like, how strong is getting just a few thousand stats if we are in the 100,000 range right now? I know we're still in the 10,000 ranges, so... The thing is that, like, I don't feel like this is going to be a turn one kill team. I think it's just we're kind of able to defeat stronger opponents because of our cheesy ways of just killing people. No, no, let us go back to Sarah. No, 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 no. Siralim first. And now we're gonna craft spells. Because we need them. So, a Breath of Life for sure. Together with Cloud Beam and Requiem. Which is a goated fucking combo. Then we have 3 death creatures, which I don't really know what we want to do with them. Is there like Panic? No, Panic Attack is a chaos spell. We could like change the fucking class of the spell, which is also kind of weird to me, but it is what it is. Isn't there another one where it's like attack him? Or is it also a chaos spell though? Cloud of Anguish. Curse of Doom? No. Cyanide gas. Target ally is killed and the creature gains all his buffs and 1% of its attack and speed. Dark Ritual. That's not bad. But didn't we have a life spell that's like Resurrection that just keeps somebody back? Maybe want that over maybe Cloud Beam. Well, it was different, but it's literally major and minor, idiot. I guess major Resurrection? I thought it was another one, just Resurrection. Okay, got it. Got it. Go back to the death spells. Target's killed. I mean, we were there. Death's Call, Deliberate. Target loses access to extra trait now. Decay, Defile. Poisoned and Blighted. I think Defile is strong because Blighted kind of like counter reacts healing traits and spells. Target afflicted with Confused and Blind and gains Berserk and Savage. Desecrate. Target takes a more amount of damage, plus 1% more damage for each enemy of the team raised to the same site. Desperate Sacrifice. Your creatures are resurrected with 100% health, then this creature is killed. Our guy is a sorcery, so it doesn't really help for us. Target takes a more amount of damage, plus any minions. You know, Necromancer has some minions on itself, but if we don't really skill in that for our own minions, we're not gonna get a lot of other ones. Target loses a large amount of attack. Target gains a massive amount of maximum health and loses a massive amount of defense and speed. That can be funny. We give it to our sacrificial guy because the damage he does is based on his maximum health. Yeah, that's not really what we want. Each enemy has a 50% chance to be killed. Fate, okay, we're just kind of like flipping a coin. Finger of Death is really strong. Graveyard Shift? Oh, maybe. I don't think that's really. Target's health is set to 50%. Oh, yes. Simply with this spell, we can kind of like designate any creature in the enemy's team to be like, okay, now he's gonna die because our Reapers trigger on 50% health. I wish I could make this AoE, but you know. Target takes a more amount of health and is afflicted with weak and vulnerable. We have a lot of death creatures, could be cool. Hunger. Barrier doesn't stop the Reaper's ability, so maybe. The target has 50% chance to go for each turn it has taken the current buff. In Desecrating Summoning. Isn't Discriminate Summoning. Jesus. I'm gonna make this a double summon generous spell that everybody can use. It's not really what we need right now. Targets is 1. Enemy spread one of the debuffs to all other enemies. Not really what we need. Each enemy targets debuffs have a 50% chance to spread all allies. Again, we're not debuffing anybody, so it's not really necessary. Enemies are afflicted with poison, blind, and confused. Hell fucking yeah. I think it's my favorite spell in the fucking game. Holy shit. It's so strong. Enemies take a massive amount of damage and are afflicted with weak and vulnerable. This is like the better version of the other one, right? Rapture. Ritual of Summoning. Caster's killed and creatures... Minions gain 3 stacks. Yeah, this was a sorcery spell. The other guy could kind of like work around that, but... We can change the class though. Like, wait. Scorch Chaos. We're not using that. Caster kills its allies. Just all of his allies. That's actually insane. Your creatures gain leeching and splashing. It's not really necessary. Target's debuffs are removed and given to the enemy at random. Oh, we need to have greater dispel. Isn't only sorcery guy? I mean, we just make it generous, right? Everybody will have it. We're not really gonna do any of the summoning because it's mostly only the caster that gets it, which is fine. Same class as the creature? As the caster? That's not bad. Gains a random minion for each creature, so it's 3 minions. That's not bad, summoning hearts. I'm gonna summon War. Caster's killed and creatures getting 3 random minions. Somehow the death class really likes to die. I don't know why. Kinda weird. The creatures gain repelling, berserk. Caster's health is set to 1, and enemies take equal to 30% of his amount of damage equal to 30% of the amount health removed. Good class change that with sorcery. Then again, like, there are some sorcery spells that... I mean, the only real thing that I want from the guy is, like, greater dispel. But if he doesn't kill himself, is it really worth it in the game? Three stacks or 3 random minions? I think this is a bit better. Virus. Enemy take equal to 2 turns of their poison debuff. We don't do that. Target takes damage equal to the amount of maximum health it has greater than its base amount. Caster takes a small or moderate massive festering amount. Enemies take this amount as well. Voodoo. Worm ruts. Enemies are afflicted with weak and vulnerable. Isn't that the same as Rapture, but better? Enemies take a massive amount of damage and are afflicted with weak and vulnerable. I got it. I got it. Archangel's Blessing. I feel like we've already really looked through the healing. This is our caster guy, so we actually want some good shit for him. Okay, this is useless. Chain Lightning. Deal a large amount of damage to the target, then bounces to each of the target's allies. The damage is reduced by 50% for each bounce. Okay. Yeah. Poisoned and sleeping, enemies adjacent to the target are afflicted with a random debuff. Chrysalis. Target takes a massive amount of defense, sent to the bottom of the timeline. Target is effective with Mania. I think Snowstorm was like, I mean, Constriction for sure. Cross Pollution. Enemies are afflicted with Blighted. If they are already afflicted with this debuff, they instead recover a moderate amount of health. That is kind of cruel and kind of funny. Creatures to the left and right of the target attack the target. Enemies are afflicted with random debuff for each different class of creatures fighting on your side, which is going to be four debuffs. Not rare. Target and allies take a devastating amount of damage. The damage is split amongst all enemies. Target and all enemies take a devastating amount of damage. The damage is split amongst all enemies. AoE damage is really good because we want everybody at 50% of their health, so it's not bad to have. Not even looking at that one, it's our speed and intelligence. Target takes a moderate amount of damage and its buffs are removed. I like as a backup for the greater dispel, but we are gonna generate that, so that's not really important. We're gonna really build around the fact that our sacrificial lamp is gonna live or not. Target takes a moderate amount of damage for each enemy stack of me and the caster has. Can work. Enemies take a large amount of damage and have 50% chance to be afflicted with any snared, scorned, and silenced. This takes a barrier and we take a large amount of damage, just damage. We're not gonna change gang, just cast a spell of their first slot, then choose. Then those spell gems are sealed. All my creatures do that, though. More arrows. This is really good for us. Germinate, snared, and poisoned. Creatures take a large amount of heal. Yeah. Okay. So that's not really what we want. You can hide advice, I'll mind. When enemies are taking a large amount of damage, continuously afflicted with confused and bleeding. After each enemy takes damage, the spell has a 35% chance to end. Ice bolts, icicle rain, icicle spear, lightning storm. The caster is afflicted with silence. Okay. Madness. Target and the caster take a devastating amount of damage. Maelstrom. Enemies, randos, afflicted with fire and mangle, bleeding debuff. Take a large amount of damage. The 25% chance to be killed. Otherwise, they are afflicted with cursed. Mermaid's Kiss. Morph into nature. Muster's also something you really want. Your creature's buff gain 3 turns of duration. We keep getting buffs, so it doesn't really matter. We don't want mending. Party in the back. Poison arrow. Enemies have a 50% chance to be afflicted with snares. Raiden. Bind and confuse. Random enemies though. Enemies' health percentages are average. Yes, 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 yes. That's the shit. Richter 10. Random enemies. We don't want that. Riptide, Sandstorm. Blind. They can have odor. Blinding them doesn't really matter. Shattered Rainbow. Shellbusts. Hey, just random shock. Wait. Okay. We're not debuffing. Snowstorm. That's more or less what I was looking for. Actually, it's kind of important which spell the sacrificial lump's gonna have, because he's gonna generate them all away. Big Bang. Black Eyes, Blank Slates. Ooh. We don't gain any traits during battle, so that's a good one. Blur, we don't need it. Koray. Random enemies take a small amount of damage continuously and are reflected with a random debuff. After each enemy takes damage, this spell has 25% chance to end. That is not bad. Conductive chain. Then again, I can look at this, but I know that I want to get ready to dispel on it, so do this. I think we have gotten all the spells kind of that we want, so let's put it on our guys. I didn't know we had this one already. Requiem as well. We did Cloud Thunder, but we have so much healing that I don't think it's necessary. Now, if we could get another way of like resurrection. Speaking of resurrection, major resurrection. Okay, this guy is going to be damage dealer 101, so we're going to give him more or less the things that we want to give to the other people. I got this. This guy is not really doing all that, so we're going to give him more of the supporting spells. He will summon. That sounds fun. Let Homeboy summon. Yes, sounds good. I think this guy also has the same kind of vibe to it, as in we want this to be more share spells. Do we have indiscriminate summoning? Oh yeah, he has it. Okay, cool. Dark Ritual, target is killed, and the caster gains all its buff and 100% of its attack and speeds. There's more Homeboys point, so let's remove this one. Dark Ritual, and he is gonna have the vial. Graveyard Shift? Nah. Caster's killed. Caster's killed. The creature gains leeching. I don't think that's the one that we made yet. I think Gorge is not too bad. Cruelty of the Wild into Cyclone Strikes into... No, not Cyclone Strikes. Wait. Target and allies take a devastating amount of damage. The enemy splits. Just the AoE thing though. That's really good. Fairy Swipes. What's the way of like getting more fucking spells again? I forgot. There is a way. I forgot though. Maybe not Cruelty of the White. I want a more damaging spell. A Poison Arrow. Poison Arrow. Actually, we should have Restored Balance over there. I think Snowstorm would be cool. Or be enough for the damaging spell. And then Homeboy. Greater Dispel, Blank Slate, and Concoction. Damage and inflicted with random debuffs, 25% chance to end. Mind Control is also really something that we want. Rapid Dementia, target attacks a random enemy for 200% of their damage. This is a cool way of like having our Reapers attack out of sight of their turn. So that is not too bad. Meaning we have a spell on everybody. Let's see what we can do. This will almost be likely also the last fucking run. I've been like going through the spells a little bit too much. It's fine though, I think. Less speed, less healing. We don't need it. Random fucking realm. Let's see. No chat, I don't care about if my fortune is gone. Because... Oh, never mind. Yeah, I always have 100 fortune, for sure, for sure. I didn't lose it 2 times as I was grinding through the game today. Nope, not me. That's not me. I don't know what you're talking about, but it's not me. For sure isn't this guy playing Siralim Ultimate right now. The mirror. Oh, sin. Okay, shout out to one of our guys just instantly dying. We need him. This is actually a good way of like seeing how adaptable the team is. So I can kill the guy, but he doesn't come back. We have healing spells to bring him back. Okay, why did they not get the buffs? If this creature attacks, it gives a random ally 2 random buffs. Ah, I forgot. This is not the team that can share around buffs. Shout out to the rat that got all fucking buffs. Shout out to him. Shout out to him. Target attacks random enemies 3 random times. Guess what? They're all below 50% of their health. All of them. Let's bring Hermit back. And then we kill him again. Okay. Next question. Can we just kill him again? Yes, Shell. No! No! Kill him! We were all blighted, so our healing killed us. Nice, 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 nice. Why do they all have rebirth? Oh, they got it from the fucking Realm's ability. That's horrible. Kill him. He's kind of pink. I know what his name is gonna be. Should we just kill him again? We didn't kill him. Will we kill him now? We did. What's funny there is that the Pegasus wasn't even alive yet, or alive, so we didn't get the 4 random attacks on the guys, and we still kind of like ruined them by killing our guy. We got a barrier. It doesn't matter. I don't think it does. It doesn't. It didn't. It didn't. Shut it didn't. That's important. More explosion. Pegasus doing their things. Everybody getting buffs. Okay, this creature attacks and kills, everybody recovers 2% of their health. If this guy kills adjacent enemy, deals 200% of their health. Okay, so he is going to be like main damage dealer. He is a healer somehow for everybody. Yeah, I don't think we need healing right now. Let's kill. I don't think we kill him from full health. Apparently that's a little bit too high, which is annoying. But, you know. Maybe we should have like decreased his defense. But it means that we're gonna get less defense from the guy, which is also just a way of buffing our own defenses. Decisions. Or we do this. Okay, this guy will just blow everybody up. And then this guy says, attack. Attack! Attack! His health is getting lower. With the moment, he comes closer to death. Alright, this attack, I guess. You target or text. Yeah, you do that. Okay, things are almost on point. I think the biggest reason why everything's not really working the way that I wanted yet is because I forgot to make everything generous that needs to be generous for the spell gems. Kind of a my bad. Okay. That is the way that every fight that would go well should have gone. We blow everything up, then Homeboy comes in, and when he kills somebody, he does 200% damage against all of that damage that he just killed somebody with to everybody adjacent, which then also trigger him again because, you know, on death things. It's really strong. It's really strong. I also know that, like, we're missing a good portion of the buffing of the Red Reaper. Annoying. We do need the red guy still for our 50% health starts. But like, maybe we don't need it, but no, we do need it. We do need it. Okay, well. Cast Fury Swipe. I am really liking this. Oh my god. No, we done it with it. It's like we're missing two very important things. Like we still miss for Red Reaper, like I said, is buffing. And then for the Pegasus to auto attack after everybody's turn. So like, you know, after we kill victim, then Pegasus will attack. Attacking will then give everybody buffs. And then because he died, he will attack 4 more times. You know, like, and every time that he attacks, he gives everybody buffs. He's our healer that doesn't really do much. I feel like he's going to be our guy that just does this, making sure that everybody reaches the 50% health again. And then when Red Reaper attacks, he makes sure that everybody explodes once more. Yes. Yes. This is working. This is working beautiful. Oh, treasure guy. We're gonna kill him 2 times. No, we cannot. No, just kills him. Sarge. Ooh. Let's get the sin once more. It is so annoying that they have like the rebirth buff, because it seems like the team is like way worse than they actually are. Fury swipes on everybody else. Oh, they lived. Because the red guy needs to do way more damage, and Pegasus should be attacking way more often, give everybody more buffs. Ooh, Treasure Fiend is a Chaos guy. One of the things that I I'm kind of like debating if maybe I should remake Reaper without the pit guy, but with the if somebody dies, attack 4 more times. I feel like it doesn't work out. It works out right now that way that the 4 attacks are better because they have the rebirth fucking buff. I think without the rebirth buff, it wouldn't be that good. Like attacking after everybody turn is stronger. Nice. He has shelled again, I think, so attack him. Then we attack homeboy here. Never mind, that was stupid. Try that again for me, please. The Pegasus has target takes a massive amount of HP. Go, 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 go. Die once more. Okay, we're at second round of buffs. How are we looking? HP is looking pretty nice. Oh, he also has an attack down. Fucking down. Attack with Pegasus for the buffs. Rapid Dementia attack. Can we kill from this height? We can. So with all the things that are wrong, all the things that should have been better, this is still like really working out, and we're not even really on a debuff anymore, so to say. Like we're on the realm that we should be at. We're doing pretty nice. Okay, let's go. I think the saddest thing is like what I'm seeing right now is that if the enemies have a buff that is kind of like annoying, there's no way that we have Health Reaper do a dispel rather than killing victim. I don't know why the guy sometimes attacks like multiple times. I have no idea, but like it works out, so I'm happy with it. I don't think he has anything that says like attack multiple times. No, he doesn't. Cool. Nice. Where does he? No. Yeah, you please. So like at this point, like we want to greater dispel and take all their fucking buffs away because they're super annoying, but you know. Didn't make it dangerous, didn't make it generous. We're not sharing. Sharing is caring, and I forgot about that part. And it's so important. Where's the big shield guy? Oh. The 50% spell is only allies. Got it. It still works out because we can put a victim back to 50% of his health. We don't need heals. Having more summons would not be a bad thing. Making everybody weak and vulnerable is even better, though. What if we attack this guy? Yeah, haha. What if you just attack multiple times more? Target's health is set to 50%. It doesn't say ally only. That's kind of annoying that it works like that, but okay. Do they have anything special again? They have the hell fucking shit. Kill. What I think is interesting is, did they use a spell so their artifact shit doesn't work anymore? No, doesn't seem like. Because they should trigger on these fuckers. Yeah, okay. Never mind, he was just not 50%. Nice! How did the fight take long? Yeah. What the hell? I don't think in good fate that I can... Never mind. I'm like acting as if I can grade this spell right now. I can't. Go, victim. Do that again. We don't need the health, so let's attack victim again. He can't get it though. But you know what? Do that again. Enemies are poisoned and blighted. Target takes this one. Do they have any bows left? They don't. Attack everybody, please. Even he can kill somebody instantly. Let's go. The time of the Reapers has come for Spooky Month. I think we already donated. But yeah, that was the preview of the team. I'm gonna make sure that everything is like correct for the next time. No, the correct, the natures, the correct like spell buffs and stuff like that. So make sure to look out for that. But for now, I am gonna go. Tomorrow is gonna be Albion Online again, together with Edible and maybe Ellie as well. I will send him a message after stream. Let's see what's up right now. There's nobody really online right now, so I guess I'm just gonna go off for today. I want to thank everybody for coming and keeping me company. Be good with your assignments, Edible. Don't break your brain too much over shit. And I want to wish everybody a good night, good morning, and have a good day. And I'll see everybody tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody.